Right, welcome. My name is Ono Vicky. I work for the company called Simplify, and we have made a set of tools for Revit. And I will give you a quick run through of the different tools we have. So we'll start with the filter and search tool. I won't show them in any particular order, but this is a tool I find myself using quite often. As you see, it scans through the entire model upon startup, giving you a list of all the properties of every object in the entire model. Let's select a couple of them here. It's showing them both in the tree view here and in the grid view. In the detailed video of how to use this tool, I will explain why we've done it this way. There is one particular thing I'd like to show you with this tool, and that is a little thing we built into the tool, which you'll find very handy. Let's say I want to see only the doors. Well, I have 1007 or 6 doors here, but when I click on it, you will see that we switch off everything apart from what you select. Alright, windows, for example, 1442. There we have them, all of them, quick and easy. As you see on the model, this model is 240 megabytes, so it's not too big. It takes a few seconds for Revit to react, so if you want to speed it up a little bit, you can switch this dynamic on and off. So you can do all sorts of things with this. I just want to point out that you can select both actual 3D families, but also view-dependent families, meaning 2D lines in a view, for example. You can save all these sets of search sets that you made and use them for later. Let's try this, for example. You just double click on it. And since dynamic is on, and we get doors and windows, only these two kinds of objects have these parameters in common. Okay. So we find that to be very handy. Of course, you can import and export them to Excel as well. But the detailed video of this, how to use this tool, will explain every button in every tool. So I'll just quickly move on to the next thing. The next tool I want to show is the Sanity Check. We feel that it's aptly named. You'll have to decide for yourself. But the first tool in this, and several of our tools contain sub-tools, or we group them into different kinds of work situations. For example, work sets. Everybody who's used Revit for a while knows that work sets often come out of alignment, to call it that, and it's helped to manually check up which objects are on what kind of work set. But here now, after just 5 or 6 seconds, we now have a list of all the work sets and all the objects inside of those work sets. For example, shared levels and grids. There are probably not 6,578 levels and grids in this model, so let's see what's actually on this work set. Well, we have ceilings, for example. I don't want ceilings on this work set, so I just right click on it, choose change work set, and I want to place it there. So that took me 30 seconds to find and fix that problem for the entire model. There are similar tools here to scan through the model, find what's been done in what view to what kind of object, and then fixing it. Changing visibility, checking the view templates, and the second tool we added to Sanity Check was this imported and linked elements. It's easy to forget to link an object and then or insert it instead. And here we now have a complete list of what's been done. For example, here we have DWG inserted. See, it's not linked into the model. That is a big no-no, and it's not even pinned. Alright, so if I want to pin it first, select, here's the pin tool, now it's pinned. So at least it won't be moving anywhere. It imports in families. Who knows what sort of families can be dragged into a project over the course of its lifetime, and what sort of foreign files have been put into those families. With a check now, well, I won't run this to the end, but you see there's 875 families. It will show up in red. This detail item has a DWG inserted into it, right? And I see here a few numbers telling me how long it takes and how many instances there are, 7 of them here. So I'll just stop it now. Then I at least know which families to start looking at and if I need to optimize them.